Hey guys, welcome to the Brokers Podcast, where we talk about things that you probably should too. Today I'm joined by...
I'm Jeebins, also known as John.
And I am your lovely host, lovely and Christmassy host, Ethan, otherwise known as Flabsexy Gaming. So as you all know, you've been looking at the calendar, unless you don't have one, which would be a little strange in the 21st century, but hey, listen, I'm not going to fault it. But if you've been looking at the calendar, you know that Christmas is fast approaching. And the way Christmas works out this year is it's on a Thursday, which sucks for us because we upload episodes on Friday, which means we either do it the week before or the day right after Christmas. And we've chosen to do it the week before because you're still kind of in the Christmas spirit right now. Maybe after Christmas you're like, all right, I hate Christmas. I just never show it to me again. Maybe you're like that, and then obviously you're not gonna like that episode right after Christmas. So it makes the most sense to do it the week before. We have to deal with it being a week before, obviously. Because I remember last time, I forgot what year it was. I think maybe it was the first year we did this. We had it like a week after Christmas, and it didn't make a lot of sense. But listen, the season one, we don't talk too much about season one, except for the good stuff, but never the bad stuff. But instead of kind of doing our normal small talk, I mean, I went Black Friday shopping, got Christmas gifts, and that's about it. So I don't really have much to say anyway. But in terms of small talk, John, let's tell everyone our Spotify rep, because you use Spotify pretty much primarily, right, for music?
Yeah, I do.
So you want to go first?
I suppose so. So I've listened for 14,990 minutes, which is about 10 days.
Wait, say that again?
So I've listened for a total of 14,990 minutes, which is about 10 days.
Interesting.
And apparently my top genre is lullaby.
What? I was taking a sip when you said that.
It's two lullaby and lo-fi beats, so I imagine it's lumping songs that you would find in like study music playlists.
I guess, but how is lullaby different? Okay, I'm just confused. Okay, whatever. I'm just confused that I didn't even know that was a genre. So
yeah, no, I guess. I mean, it sort of makes sense because I do listen to a lot of music while I'm studying. But it's also one of those things like that's not accurate to my taste because it's just I only listen to it while I'm studying.
Right.
And then the third top category is soundtrack. So I guess I don't know what specifically though, because it's not a whole lot of soundtracks I listen to.
Well, apparently you do, John.
Apparently I do. And then number 4 is oldies. Number 5 is musicals.
Interesting.
I feel like musicals is not a genre of music. It's
yeah,
more
it
of
is.
a genre.
Yes, it is.
Play?
No, musical is definitely a genre.
No, I disagree. I disagree.
You can disagree with facts all you want.
Anyway, apparently, according to my listening age, I'm 35. I don't know how they got that from lullaby, soundtrack, and lo-fi beats.
That's hilarious. 35.
I am 35 years old. It says since you were into music from the late 2000s, which you would imagine the late 2000s would be...
That would not be 35.
20 years ago. So I feel like...
A little spoiler for mine, and mine's similar, but mine was like 25 or something. I think they just added 10 years onto yours for no reason.
They're like, you know what? This guy, he's drinking the prune juice.
Exactly. They heard about the prune juice. You're like, okay, his music taste is like 25-ish, but because he's drinking prune juice, he's got to be at least 35. Like, no one under the age of 35 drinks prune juice, so.
Right. And I listened to 1,425 songs.
Nice.
Which the top one would be the theme song to Milo Murphy's Law.
Interesting.
Apparently. And then the other top 5 are The Last Goodbye by Markiplier, Seagulls, that's the name, and Insane, and Hey Ferb from Face and Ferb. I didn't realize I listened to that one so much, but it's on there.
Oh, is that
I
okay?
listened to just more, but that's like there's a couple of things that's like just more of that. I'm like,
Oh,
you
yeah.
don't need to tell me this over and over. I
Yeah.
get it. I listened to 16 albums this year, apparently, and my top album being Blurry Face by 21 Pilots.
Mm.
And I streamed 175 minutes of podcasts. And do you know what the top podcast was?
Well, if you were an ultra giga chad person, and you have a really big wiener, your thing should be the Provokers podcast.
Well, it is. I don't know what the size of someone's wiener has to do with it,
No, I'm just saying if you listen to it, you're guaranteed to be bigger than everyone else. That's all I'm just trying to say. It's guaranteed. Doctors approve, and we cannot be sued in court.
but interesting. And I listened to 807 different artists this year.
It's a lot of people.
Uh, Top one being 21 Pilots, because this makes sense, because the put Blurry Face as my most listened to album. I know it wasn't 21 Pilots. I lied. It was Game Chops.
Why are you lying to the audience, John? Come on now.
But I gotta keep them on the toes.
You just can't give them all the answers. That'd be ridiculous.
Right, of course. Yeah, that's it.
All right. Yeah, so for mine, I have 13,666 minutes of listening, which is a total of 9 days. Let's see, I listen to 81 genres, which makes a lot of sense. I bounce around. There's no... Whenever someone asks, oh, what's your favorite genre? I basically just slap them in the face and walk away, because it's such a stupid question.
I think that might be because right.
Not in Arizona. No, I'm just kidding. I'm pretty sure it's still a lot in Arizona. But my top genres, video game music took the top spot, which I guess makes sense. I also don't know if they're lumping. I don't know how they categorize video game music, because sometimes I've seen a couple songs on Spotify that's in the genre of video game music, but it's not from a video game. And I'm like, why are you qualifying that as video game music? So I don't know how they calculate that. Second being worship music, and then third being Christmas music. Fourth being pop, and then fifth being rock. So to me, this makes a ton of sense based on what I know. So my listening age is 24, John. So get big boomer over here, big boomer John over here, 35 or something. So since you were into music from the late 2000s, your taste is trending. So that's what it says. I listened to 411 songs, and my number ones being, my number one was The Last Goodbye by the Gregory Brothers. So there you go. So it seems me and John have similar things there. I listened to it 51 separate times. And I don't know how it calculates it, because I also have it on repeat, so I don't know if it's counting the repeats or if you actually have to click it to get it to count to take it up one, because I feel like The Last Goodbye was, I'm pretty sure I've listened to it more than 50 times, but. And then, my top songs, The Last Goodbye, like I said, Space Was Cool, it was the second one, and then the last three worship songs, so Trust in God, What a Beautiful Name, and then Kind. Let's see. Top songs. I said that. I listened to one album, guys. One album. I really don't listen to albums. I like listen to songs from albums, and I have it in my own playlist. So probably that's why that's so low. My top album was Eyes Wide Open by Sabrina Carpenter. Everyone can shut up about that. I don't want to hear it. I listened to it for 121 minutes, which isn't actually a lot. Let's see. I forgot it plays like a freaking animation to see who your most listened to person was. Let's see. Can I just skip it? Oh, so Toby Fox is my top artist of the year. So you spent 1,458 minutes with them, which makes you a top 1% global fan. You heard it here first, folks. Which honestly, Toby Fox would have been in the ranking anyway, but the reason he's number one is because Chapter 3 and 4 came out this year. If they hadn't come out this year, I think he still would have been in the top 5, but I don't think he would have been number one. And speaking of the top 5, so Toby Fox number 1, Random Encounters is number 2. Then number 3 is Elevation Worship, and then 4th is Death Rax, I think is how you say it. And then number 5 is Markiplier. So there you go. And then, yeah, I forgot that they give you there's a message from one of your top people. Mine's from, I don't think Toby, Markiplier, Deathrax. I don't think any of them did anything, so I got one from the Hillsong Worship guys. Let's see. Where is this? Oh yeah, you get John. Don't you get a club that you're part of? They can put you in a club or something. Because I'm Club Serotonin.
I did. I got Curator.
What does it describe it as?
I like Curator. That's the rule. I'm not good at reading. I got the Cloud State Society, which I don't know what that means. But
well, I don't know what they mean either, but my role in the Club Serotonin is the leader. Your listening is strongly aligned with club values, making you a perfect role model. Apparently. So what did you say your role was?
Curator, your focused playlist creator, combining the best of your club into mixes.
Interesting.
So I don't know what that means, but
yeah, the whole club thing is making a lot of sense because the next thing says you're in great company. 18% of global listeners are in your club. Like I don't know what that means. I guess they're just grouping people together. I guess. Your club favorites, yeah, that doesn't really matter. Let's see, and that's pretty much it for me. So there you go. Take that what you will. I can honestly, well, I do like the Spotify one. Oh, actually, wait, there's a little bit more. Most nostalgic day is June 23rd. The day you turned your queue into a digital arcade in a 2010 reunion. Morning was a stage for random encounters. Markiplier and the Gurgler Brothers looping through video game musicals and glitchy anthems. Evening brought a flashback. Best day of my life. 7 years in Geronimo. Dropped in among more pixel-powered soundtracks. Your most nostalgic day of the year. Interesting. Then I got most diverse day, June 20th. The day you let video game anthems and pop chart toppers share the same high score. Morning kicked off with a parade of video game covers. Karoo Oasis music and the Living Tombstone. Then detoured into the Chainsmokers, Bonnie Tyler, and even Hannah Montana. I don't recall that, but sure. By evening, metal versions of The World Revolving and Big Shot sat beside pop punk and orchestral shutdowns. 175 minutes. Interesting. I don't remember Hannah Montana. I don't appreciate that that's on there. Because I don't think I listen to any of her stuff. But whatever. Biggest Toby Fox day. He gets a whole day to himself. July 26th. The day you let Toby Fox run the whole show. From sunrise to late evening, Toby Fox soundtracks powered nearly every moment. Deltarune battles, chip tune loops, and even a Guardian metal remix. Few surprises, detours. The Chainsmokers briefly broke the spell, but it was mostly a Toby Fox marathon. Interesting. That makes sense. Oh, you piece of garbage. You made me skip it. Biggest music listening day, October 6th. Interesting. Oh, no, that makes sense. The day you ran a gratitude relay with Elevation Worship and Skillet. Late night opened with Skillet's The Resistance on repeat. Then the afternoon and evening became a gratitude relay. Elevation Worship, Bethel Music, and Corey Asbury trading the spotlights across Jesus Jams. That's one of my playlists. Even Sabrina Carpenter made a cameo. 322 minutes. Interesting. So what are your files? Because I think they only give you 4.
I got the most energetic day, which was April 15th. Which I listened to the day you let classic rock and game soundtracks tag team your energy levels. And there's biggest game shop day, which was May 3rd. I listened to that a bunch. Most diverse day was September 17th.
Oh, so you had the same thing.
25 different genres.
Oh, yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty diverse there.
And then biggest music listening day was September 24th, which I guess I don't know. Like, how is that different than? I guess it's just the what you listened to the longest.
I think it's based on minutes, like minutes you've listened to it. So maybe you listened to 25 different genres or whatever on the diverse day, but it only equaled like 200 minutes, whereas the most listening day was 201 minutes or something. I bet it's based on minutes. Would be how I would do it.
Yeah, that makes sense. Because most diverse day says 296 minutes, and biggest music day is 308.
Yeah, that's probably minute based. So yeah, that is our Spotify Wrapped. Unfortunately, we can't hear you guys, but also if we did, we'd be here for literal centuries. But like I was going to say before I realized that there was more kind of to the Wrap. I'm waiting for Steams, because I always get really excited to see kind of what games kind of took over the year, you know. I'm making a prediction right now It didn't used to be so, but these last 3 months, I think, have been kind of almost nonstop. Devour's gotta be number one, because in the beginning months of the year, I played it on and off just for videos. But then I just got this urge to not only be better at the game, but also try and get every possible achievement I can, and which has resulted in me like playing for like hours on end throughout the last couple of months. So I think it's going to surge it to the top. I think it's going to be enough to get it to the top. Otherwise, I don't know what it'd be necessarily. But I'm very curious for Steam, because I don't think Steam comes out usually, I want to say the week before Christmas, and unfortunately we're 2 weeks before. Or maybe it comes out the week up, because how do they have your December stats if they don't give you more December to remember, you know? So yeah, I don't know when that comes out, but either way, I'm really excited for it, because I want to see what that's all about. I'm very curious on how that, because I think, don't they also tell you how much money you spent, and I cry? So, I mean, my thing is, I always buy games on sale. I really very rarely ever buy them when they're full price. So I probably haven't spent as much as I would have if I bought them all at full price.
Yeah, that's kind of how I am too. For the like most played game, it's got to be either Marvel Rivals or Kingdom Hearts. I can't imagine what else would be what it's to.
Yeah, I did get a Discord one today. I didn't even know Discord did a thing, but it was cool, I guess. It was I don't think you can get back into theirs. I mean, maybe you could. I mean, I don't really care too much about it, because Discord I mainly just use as a connecting point. It's not really a thing I use like 100% of the time, like Steam or I mean, I don't use Spotify that often either, I guess. That's why maybe that's why I'm so younger than John, because John's just like, he's in his midlife crisis right now. He's got to be listening to music all the time, so it's like got to add 10 years on him. That's
possible.
Yeah, I don't think
they're like, oh, you're commuting for like an hour every day. And like you gotta be old.
You gotta be old. Yeah, I'm not seeing it unless it's in my. Oh, it's in your profile. I see. They call it a checkpoint, which is okay. So just real quick, we don't need to do this for too long, but just the notable notes. You were in the top 25.99% for messages sent to Discord, 373. My favorite emojis were the emojis that I use in the topic list. So it's the clock, the Christmas one, and the Halloween one, which I think is really funny. I'm surprised the star didn't get on there though. I would think, because there's a lot more star emojis than the clock emojis, but just saying, Discord, I think you screwed it up. I don't think you're correct. You're in the top 18.37% of Discord voice chatters worldwide, which it makes sense because we do a podcast here. Servers was obviously our friend server. I got the squad, so it's the Discord friend you spend the most time with. I sure wonder who those could be. I guess they give you a sidekick. So John, you're my sidekick now. So anytime I need to go burn down an orphanage, you need to be right there. No excuses. Messages sent 41, hours in voice 197 hours. Holy shit! I mean, when you combine the podcast and then the recording sessions, that makes a lot of sense actually. It seems like a big number, but when you really think about it throughout the year, it makes sense. And your favorite game, they give you your favorite games, but theirs are kind of skewed because theirs included the Discord ones include non-Steam ones. So Minecraft is my number one, which makes a ton of sense because I have a hardcore survival series that I'm desperately trying not to lose. Devour is reaching the church, which again makes sense. RPG Maker when I'm making my game. Leave the Company, which I think that's only on there at the very beginning of the year. I haven't played that in a long time. And then Geometry Dash. So, very interesting. But, yeah, whenever Steam comes out, I'm going to be very excited for that one. That's the one I truly care about. But, with the whole Spotify rap thing out of the way, I think we can move on into headlines, which I kind of have two. And unfortunately, because of that, I'm going to skip the Creator Showcase for today. The Creator Showcase, you know what? We have one headline, and then the Creator Showcase is, we're going to cheat. It's going to be about us again. So the headline, though, is there's been a battle of the century, ladies and gentlemen. And if you had told me 2 years ago, or even like 2 weeks ago, that this that this battle would even be a thing, I wouldn't have believed you. I just wouldn't have believed you. So it's wild. So Sabrina Carpenter, who you've heard about on the podcast before, she got into like beef basically with the literal White House. I'm not even joking. This is a thing that happened. This might sound completely fake. This might sound like I'm just making stuff up. I'm not. This is true. If you go on to any news page or Twitter or something and type in Sabrina Carpenter White House, it pops right up. It's all there. And basically the reason it happened is because the White House posted a video of like people being detained, basically. Like that's kind of what they're doing. And one of her songs called Juno, which I don't listen to often. A lot of Sabrina Carpenter stuff, I like her older stuff than her newer stuff. But this one I do know about. And one of the lines is, "Have you ever tried this one?" It's like, yeah, I think it's a sex joke, but whatever. And they kind of riffed off the song and used the song in their thing as they were detaining the people. And I'm paraphrasing what she said, but she said this is basically evil and don't use my music for your stuff, right? Which again, when I first saw this, I'm like, what's the legality there? Like, because it's her song, it is copyrighted to her. But because it's the government, can like she do anything there? Like I wish I knew more about the legal landscape of that, because I wouldn't. But I'm like, could you sue can you sue the White House? I don't think you can, right? I mean, maybe. I guess you could sue the social media person. I guess that's a thing she could have done. But either way, I was curious on how that even worked. And then they responded again by making another one. Well, first of all, they responded by just sending a message out to her saying they're basically saying that they weren't going to apologize. And then they also added another one. They sent another video out. I forgot what song that was riffing out. It's one of her newer ones. Again, I don't listen to like her newer stuff. But it was riffing on one of her newer songs too. So again, a battle I was not expecting to happen at all. Literally never in my life. So I don't know, man. It's one of those things that I'm like, what can you do? Like, can you file a problem? Like, I don't think you can sue the whole White House. You can probably sue maybe the social media person, because it is her song. And it's copyrighted because it's very new. Obviously, the copyright didn't expire or anything. So, I don't know if she is doing something, or if she even is wanting to try to do something. I'm not totally sure. But I find it very, very wild that even happened. Because it happened over the course of like a week, I want to say. This past week, it kind of all unfolded, all in that same time frame. So, yeah, completely wild, man.
I don't know how, like what you're saying, I don't know if that is something you could sue them over. Because you can sue the government, but only for specific things. So I don't know if copyright law is under one of those things that you're allowed to sue the government for. So yeah, that'd be an interesting question.
Yeah, I don't know, because she didn't, as far as I'm aware, she didn't do anything about it. All she said was, don't use my music, basically. And as far as I'm aware, that's all she said. Because it's almost giving me KSI and Dan TDM vibes again, where Dan TDM said what he needed to say, and he kind of stopped after that. And then KSI was just like, he was so sad and so much of a crybaby about it that he like started whining and started posting a bunch of stuff on it. It's not to the extent of that, because KSI posted, I want to say like 20 million times directed at Dan. But with this situation, it's only been like the White House has only done like one or two more after the fact, unless they keep doing them. So, but it's because she hasn't said anything since. So I'm wondering if that's what she's doing. Maybe she's secretly trying to, or not secretly, but like under the radar trying to sue. I don't, like John said, I don't know if that's a thing you can sue them for. I think at the very least she could sue, I don't know, because it's, who runs the White House social media? Is it just one person, or is it a team? Because if it's a team, then that makes things a lot more complicated. And then also, does the team then have to report to the president? Because then it's just a mess. So maybe she's not even worried about it. She said what she needed to say so that she got the record set, and then after that she's like, there's really nothing. Maybe she could do something, but it's not worth the trouble. It's just not maybe to her it's not worth it.
Like that's too complicated for me. I'm gonna say that I don't support it and leave it leave at it.
Because also, like, if let's say she could, wouldn't she just lose because the White House could just they just own all the best lawyers or whatever, they could just hire the best ones the universe has to offer? Like, wouldn't she just lose? I don't know. I feel like it's maybe it's a stacked battle. I feel like that's maybe why she's not, from my perspective, maybe that's why she's not doing anything yet. If ever. So, but either way, like I said, it's just a battle I was never expecting to happen. Like, like I said 2 weeks ago, you're like, yeah, so by the way, I'm from the future, and John is in fact bald, and also, if you won't believe this, but Sabrina Carpenter and the White House are literally going to have a feud on Twitter. I'd be like, listen, Twitter's like a nesting ground for a bunch of garbage, but I can't even believe that. Like, there's no chance that's going to happen. But it did. So, there you go. But moving on to the Creator Showcase, which we're going to cheat, and it's going to be about us today. Because, everyone over on Patreon, this is directed to you. You guys kind of know what's been going on. You've been not held in the dark too long. Because if I say the name Project Black Phantom, everyone on Patreon's like, oh yeah, I know what that is. I know what he's talking about. Everyone else is like, what are you talking about? What? Even John's like, I've never heard of this in my life. So, Project Black Phantom has been kind of going on behind the scenes for about a week or so, like more than a week, probably about 2 or so weeks. Because it's been an ongoing project, and since Project Blue / Meet the Provokers is basically done, it was going to be my song, John's song, and then obviously Noah's song, but because of what happened, Noah's is gone. So basically it's done. I'm still going to release 3 songs, and we'll get to that at a later date. But because that's basically done, I moved on to a different project, which is Project Black Phantom. And Project Black Phantom, I said in Patreon, I didn't specifically tell you what it was. I kind of gave you a hint saying, if you look at the name Project Black Phantom, you can kind of clue out to see what's going on. But for the better part of season 2, the episodes have been going. So obviously we're on every stream platform, right? And then I also mentioned, I forgot what initiative did this. It was podcast 3.0 or 4.0, probably 3.0, either 2 or 3, whichever one it was. I announced that we were on YouTube now, and that they could be found over on my channel. And that is no longer the case, because all the season 1 episodes, and then the beginning half of season 2 are no longer on YouTube. And that is because we have a new channel specifically for the Provokers Podcast. So if you go on YouTube and type the Provokers Podcast, you will find it. And I've made no announcement about this yet, so you guys are the first to hear about it. Obviously, Patreon people knew they knew something was coming. They probably didn't know exactly this unless they looked behind the lines there. But we have a new YouTube channel specifically for the Provokers Podcast. Now, the way YouTube works and the way the transferring of episode works over to YouTube, like I said, season 1 and the first half of season 2, unfortunately, were not able to be transferred over because they were already transferred over to my existing channel. And I had made an oopsie in the thing. I didn't think that I couldn't just redo it. So unfortunately, the season 1 episodes and like I said, half of season 2 is no longer on YouTube at all. They're not on my channel. They're not on the new one, unfortunately. So I made a bit of an oopsie, but going forward, so I think Randomized Rhythms, I think that's the first one. The trailer's on the YouTube channel as well, but besides the trailer, I think Randomized Rhythms, and then Beyond is the ones that are over on YouTube, on the Provokers Podcast YouTube channel. And then obviously, anytime going forward, that's going to be that way. So while you can't listen to them on YouTube specifically, the season 1 and first half of season 2, you can still listen to them anywhere. They're still obviously up everywhere else. It's just specifically YouTube, you can't view them anymore. But I think it's a sacrifice I was willing to make because I kind of wanted to separate my channel from the podcast. I think the Provokers Podcast at this point has become such a big thing that I need to make it its own thing. So that is it's a creator, it might be us, but that's besides the point. It's still a creator, because it's a YouTube channel. So like I said, the Provokers Podcast is the name of the YouTube channel, and just go check it out. Give us that good old subscribe button, and go listen to some of the episodes over there. So there you go, John. What say you? Because John didn't even know this was happening, so this is all news to him.
I think that's pretty cool. Yeah, I've seen a while. Like I hadn't seen them post it on your YouTube channel. And like, oh, maybe it's just not doing that. I don't know. But it's cool that it's got a place on YouTube for people to find it.
Yeah, and John's right. I had stopped doing it for a while, and that's the first like 5 episodes I just kind of forgot. Because everywhere else it automatically publishes it to like Apple Music, Spotify, and whatsoever, so I don't need to do anything there. With YouTube, I actually had to physically transfer it over, so I just often forget because I was editing or because we were going somewhere, whatever the cause was. And after like I kind of missed like 10 or so episodes, I'm like, that's when the idea kind of sparked, and I put it in my notes app, like maybe I should make a whole YouTube channel for the podcast. And then it's taken this long, but I was actually managing to make the plan come to fruition. So that's, like I said, head on over to the Provokers Podcast over on YouTube and give us that good old subscribe button, and you will get a free cookie if you do that. And I'm not going to say where the cookie's going to be coming from, because then you'll know. So you got to keep it on your toes. As John said, never let them know your next move. So that's what's going to happen. So hit that subscribe button, and then, like I said, I think in the About section on that YouTube channel, it says that the episodes come out at 6 p.m. for all platforms except for YouTube. YouTube might come out around I just say after 6, because sometimes YouTube's like, it's only like an hour, but we're gonna take like 17 hours to process this because we can't handle all the podcast goodness that you're willing to offer. So that's why I just said after 6, because it could be 6:30, it could be midnight. I don't know. So just, but they'll be up there, regardless, so keep that in mind. But yeah, go check it out, man. But, with everything out of the way, I think it's time to get into the Christmas episode, John. And, I'm gonna do what I did the previous 2 years, which is I have some Christmas music overlaying, what we're gonna be doing here. So to get us in the Christmas mood, maybe have a fireplace crackling in the background, I don't know. But either way, it's gonna be a great time. So, the topic we're going to do today is, I put it on the list and I titled it The Ghost of Christmas Past. And if anyone doesn't know what that is a, I forget the exact movie. What's the name of the movie, John? Do you know?
Christmas Carol.
That's the one. So it's from the Christmas Carol, and there's the three ghosts. The ghost of Christmas Past, the ghost of Christmas Present, the ghost of Christmas Future. And obviously the past is talking about the past, obviously the past Christmases and how they, I forget, what's the main character? I didn't watch the movie in a long time, so I'm just going off of what I know. But what we're going to be talking about today, John, is our past Christmases. We're going to talk about kind of what made them great. We're going to talk about, let's see. Oh yeah, so here's what I put down. As in, the fictional character with the same name represents memory and showing how life was before. Talk about past Christmases, what you did, what you ate, the presents you got. Talk about what made them truly special. So that is going to be what we're going to be doing today. So the host is normally the one that goes first, and I guess just to give John some time to think about some of his past Christmases, I will go first. So Christmas, let's give us the year. So Christmas 2024. We'll just start with 2024. Obviously that's already been kind of documented, but let me kind of key you into some stuff. So 2024 was a really good Christmas because we kind of have two Christmases. Because we have Christmas on Christmas Eve, and then we kind of have a second Christmas on Christmas Day. So I'm just going to lump them into the same thing. So on Christmas, I think Christmas 2024, was that when I got my capture card? I forget. I think it was 2023. I think I had my capture card even at 2023. I'm pretty sure. But 2024, I got a bunch of new books. That was the thing I got, was a bunch of new books. I got, I want to say, because I had a book, one of my presents I got was a set of books. It was 10 books in a set, in a series. I got that plus 6 other ones, 16 books. I've only read a fraction of those so far. Just because it's been so busy this year, I haven't really been able to do that. What else did I get? Oh yeah, I got I think this was last year. I got an EMF reader from Phasmophobia. It's hilarious. I don't use it for the intended purpose of detecting ghosts or anything, but it's like a nice little prop that I have. I also got, what else did I get, man? I'm trying to remember exactly what I got. What I knew we did have is we had dinner. I think we did stuffed shells or something. We didn't do the classic Christmas dinner. Because we have Christmas 2 days, the Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, we didn't want to do the Christmas dinner on both days. So on Christmas Eve, I think we just had like stuffed shells or something, and then on Christmas Day we had the typical Christmas dinner. We had turkey, we had stuffing, we had green bean casserole, both things John hates, as you've heard in the Christmas ranking we did a while back. And then mashed potatoes, of course. We have some desserts, so we have cookies, we have pie, we have a fruit salad thing, which is one of my personal favorites. And it's just really awesome food, man. And I always love, on Christmas Day specifically, I always love traveling to go spend time with family that aren't in our immediate area. And so that's always a great time. And both Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, man, are really, really fun days for me. Because obviously, they're both kind of Christmassy because we're doing it both days. But also just because I get to spend time with family both of those 2 days. So it's really nice to watch people open your gifts. It's kind of if you're good at giving gifts, you kind of get enjoyment from watching people get surprised and always love your gift and that kind of thing. So that's what I do. I love watching people opening gifts, and just all around a great time. And 2024 was a garbage year, 1,000,000%, and this year kind of was too. I still enjoy the Christmas season because it gives me, even when the year is complete garbage and it's full of crap, Christmas still gives me a little bit of joy, despite all that. So that's my 2024 Christmas. So John, you want to give us a year from your Christmas past?
You know what? I'll follow suit and also talk about my Christmas 2024. Because I'm a copycat, I have no original thoughts.
Well, really, we're just we're too old. As we saw in our Spotify Wrapped, we're too old to remember things from too long ago. So.
Yeah. Once I remember, it does exist because I'm old. But I can't remember if my brothers were able to come down that Christmas, because I know one of them wasn't able to come. I don't know if the other one wasn't.
I remember I listened to this sort of recently, the Christmas from last, I think it was called The True Meaning of Christmas is what we called it, from last year. I remember saying that I wanted your brother that stabbed you to give you a picture of him, for him to give you a picture of him stabbing you in your dream. And I said that if he didn't do that, I'd have to sue him for vehicular manslaughter. And I'm guessing he hasn't done that yet. So that's still on the table for this year, John. So make sure he's aware that if he doesn't give you some resemblance of him stabbing you in your dream, then I will have to sue him for vehicular manslaughter.
Right. I still stand by what I said, that I don't think that's how that works.
That's not what you said. You said you agreed with it, if anything. That's what you said on the episode.
Alright, well, I thought I said something along the lines of, I don't see how you can sue someone for vehicular manslaughter because they didn't give me a present.
No, you said, because
vehicular manslaughter is.
No, you said something like, oh yeah, because, the whole thing of, you're not, I forgot exactly what you said. It wasn't that. You said something, you were agreeing with it, and you were saying, because, the crime isn't necessarily that he didn't give you the present, but the crime is actually the vehicular manslaughter. That's kind of what you said, along the lines of that.
Right. But yeah, the stabbing brother was not able to make it down here. So I was able to stay safe that year. I can't remember if my other brother came down. I think he did. I think him and his roommate came down. I can't be certain of that. And then I got a bunch of books. I got a bunch of Stephen King books. I remember that. I think I read one of them. So, doing a good job at using those gifts.
Right.
But yeah, we just kind of hung out. We played Jackbox party games, which we normally do when we have family get-togethers, because it's just a good fun game.
Right.
A bunch of people play.
Which one did you play? Did you have all of them?
We have a couple of them. We tend to play a lot of Quiplash, and I think we played the murder.
Murder Party? Yeah.
That's the one.
That's my favorite one.
I can't remember what we ate. It was probably something. It might have been closest to the traditional Christmas dinner. Because sometimes we don't do the traditional Christmas dinner. Sometimes we do. We do a lot more these days than when I was a kid. Because when I was a kid, we'd have kind of like you had multiple Christmas dinners, and we'd be like, we can't have this much ham.
Yeah. Well, I remember you saying when your dad used to pastor, right? And then because of that, you guys had Christmas dinner at the church, and then you didn't want to have the same exact thing the very next day. So.
Right. Yes, that's. But obviously, now that he doesn't work there, we don't do that. So sometimes we have the traditional thing. Sometimes we do like for Thanksgiving this year we had chicken strips, so turkey. Yeah, I mean it was a fun Christmas. I enjoyed it. It's usually the case in these days that I'm more excited about spending time with my family than I am about the presents. So the presents are definitely a plus.
Right, of course.
Like I'm not. They're like, here, I got you something. Like, how dare you get me something? I'm offended.
I'm offended. Yeah, you just get. That'd be kind of funny. You just get a gift. And they're like, yeah, so I got you this really awesome thing, and I hope you like it. You just slap it out of their hand. Like, no, I don't want this.
Okay. They don't like getting gifts.
Right. I'm anti-Santa. I take away gifts instead of giving them. Yeah, I think, I don't know what we're doing this year for Christmas Eve, because we're obviously not going to do the Christmas dinner. I still will be making deviled eggs, though. Deviled eggs, I don't care what we're having with it. We could be having, like, lasagna, and I'll still make the deviled eggs. I don't care. Deviled eggs are literally the greatest thing in the universe. So...
I agree. I was just thinking the other day, like, man, we didn't have deviled eggs at Thanksgiving.
Unacceptable?
I'll have to stop that.
I might have to become your brother and stab you in a dream if I ever go to your house and there's not deviled eggs there. That's just yeah, it's like a kill on site order. It's not allowed in these parts. So there's an interesting is all you say. There's a map, I think, of like the most eaten Christmas foods in like per the state. I forget what it was last year. But one of the states was, those Pez candies? That was number one in one of the states, and I'm like, how is that number one? They're out of everything that exists that's Christmassy. You chose that? Doesn't make any sense.
You got something against Pez's?
Yeah, they're blasé, they're whatever. If they disappear tomorrow, no one would care. But apparently, I think it was like Georgia, Arkansas, somewhere in there. It was one of their number ones. I'm like, how? Like, how? Doesn't make any sense. But, was that all you had for the 2024 Christmas?
Yeah, I can't think of anything else, because I'm an old man. Like I said, I haven't had my prune juice yet.
Yeah, your prune juice. Well, I guess I'll go again. So let's turn the time back to 20... I think it was 2019. Yes. Yeah, I think it was 2019. So 2018. I've been lying to all of you. I'm so sorry. I will make a formal apology video in front of my Lamborghini that I don't have. I'll make it there anyway. Just so the sentiment's really there. Because if I don't do it in front of the Lamborghini, then really, why even make an apology video? So,
right.
But I think it was 2018. I had asked for a PS4 because I don't think I had a PS4 at that point. I'm pretty sure it's 2018 this time. And I found like a really cool like gold foil PS4. It's not real gold, but it's like the color is gold, and it wasn't too much more than the PS4. I think it was like $30 extra or something. And I asked my mom. It was one of the things I put on my list, and it was like because we always do like one big gift, and that was considered my big gift. And I remember going down Christmas morning, and seeing the tree was stacked. It was loaded with presents. And then in the thick of the presents, I see a box that looks exactly like the PS4 box. I'm like, wait a minute. Yes. And so I had to, unfortunately, the way we do it is kind of do like the big ones last. So the entire time while I was opening presents, I was like anticipating what that was going to be, because it looked like a PS4 box, but also I was small and stupid, and so I wasn't totally sure if it was a PS4 box. I was like, well, it could be a PS4 box, but inside is like a pair of earbuds. It could be one of those tricky things. And sure enough, I get the present, I open it up, and I see the first thing I see is the gold foil PS4. And I'm like, absolutely yes. And I still have that PS4 to this day. It's running just fine. I have a lot of fun games I have it on. All my Far Cry stuff is on that. My Dreams game is on that, which Dreams is connected to all the different Charles Challenges series that we do over on YouTube. And of course, there's Dream Surfing as well. So, highlighted that Christmas for sure. And the way we used to do it before we moved, so we moved in 2022. So in 2019, back at our old house, is we'd have Christmas. We don't have like one Christmas. We'd have Christmas there, and then we'd head over to our grandparents where we'd eat our Christmas dinner, which was like at like 1 or 2, and then we'd open more presents, head over to our other grandparents where we might like snack on things. We didn't, or no, sometimes we'd still have dinner. We'd still kind of be hungry after that somehow. And then we'd open more gifts and spend time with them. And then after that, we would just go back to the house, because we'd go back to the house at like 9 or 10 or even something, because it was Christmas, no one had school, and back then we were only like 10 minutes away from each other, so it wasn't too bad. Now, of course, we're 3 hours away from each other, so we cannot do that for too long anymore, unfortunately. But it is what it is. So yeah, 2018, I was about to say 2019 again. 2018, a pretty goated year, because that's when I got my PS4, and I've loved it ever since. So yeah, I think the food is virtually the same. I don't think, because that's why I didn't mention it this time, is that the food is virtually the same, because we kind of do the same thing every year. John might have different things to say because he doesn't have Christmas the same dinner every time probably. But yeah, speaking of John, what time are you turning the time back to, huh?
I think I'm gonna go back to I think it was 2022. That sounds about right. And this is a Christmas that, instead of like going to my brother's house or them coming here, we got an Airbnb somewhere between. And we all just kind of stayed there for a few days. We watched It's a Wonderful Life. It's a classic Christmas movie. If you've never seen it, you should watch it. It's great. And we also we watched a whole bunch of Christmas movies, because we watched that. We watched Home Alone, which is the first time I ever saw it.
Really?
I feel like we watched another one, but I can't remember what it was.
You watched The Polar Express?
I'm thinking that, but I'm like, did we? Did we watch that, or did I want to watch that? Because it was one of the two.
And again, John, if you did not watch The Polar Express, I might have to become your brother and stab you again. It's just like, you get stabbed twice, because you don't have no deviled eggs, no watching Polar Express.
Yeah, I think we did. I honestly can't remember. We either watched it or we wanted to watch it, and then for some reason we didn't. So I might get stabbed, I might not.
It's because I gotta call Santa. He's gotta deliver me my knives for Christmas.
And we watched It's Christmas, Charlie Brown. And then that was on Christmas Eve, I believe. And then in the morning, we opened gifts. I talked to my brother's friend about Dark Souls, as you do. Pretty good related activity.
The most Christmassy thing to talk about, Dark Souls.
Yeah, it was because we were talking about the different games in the series, and I was like, I've played a couple of them. And they're like, you gotta play Sekiro, and I did, and it's pretty fun. But, yeah, we all opened presents. I don't even remember all the things I got that Christmas, to be honest with you. My brother got me a mug that, like, the handle's the shape of a PlayStation controller. That was pretty cool.
Nice.
That's the only thing I can remember off the top of my head. Nothing other.
So, do you guys do big gifts too, or do you just do whatever? There's no coordination.
Usually, like, my parents will give us 3 gifts, 1 big gift, and then like 2 smaller gifts, and then we get typically 1 from each of the siblings, unless they feel like giving more. My sister likes to give gifts a lot, So she sometimes will be like, "Here's your gift. It's actually 5 gifts."
That is not what I thought you were gonna say. I thought you were gonna say, well, typically you get one from every sibling, unless they hate you and they just don't give you anything. And I was like, oh damn, okay. But you didn't go that way.
Yeah, you know, one year I pissed my brother off, and he gave me a candy wrapper for Christmas. So
Really?
no.
Okay.
Yeah, like I said, the main thing is spending time with family, so I often forget what I got, especially if it's been a couple years.
Yeah.
Not that I don't value you got me, because I'm like, oh, this is really cool. You got me something that I really liked. It's just usually, time passes and then I forget. I think that year we also didn't do a traditional Christmas thing because we were in the Airbnb, not at home, so we had less to work with.
I was gonna say, couldn't that have been challenging because you're in a new space, you're in a new kitchen, so whoever's making stuff is gonna not know where anything is, really?
Right. Yeah, so I don't remember what we ended up doing.
Did you order something, maybe?
We might have gotten pizza, so...
Can't go wrong with pizza.
It was either like pizza or burgers. There was a grill there, I remember, so we might have had burgers.
Burgers are also pretty fire, so... Yeah, I think I'm perfectly okay with having Christmas dinner, the traditional one, but I don't want it twice, so that's why Christmas Eve we'll do something different. Burgers we would do, but it's so cold outside normally, so we don't do it.
Right.
Because you said your Airbnb was in between you and them, right?
Yeah.
So was it super cold where you guys were that year?
I feel like it wasn't. Or at least I don't remember it being that cold.
Yeah, I mean, I could see it not being, because I remember, what was it, like 3 episodes ago? I was like, snowing here for me. It was like 20 degrees, and you were saying, yeah, it's like 70 degrees over here. What? How? But
we actually got our first snow of the season on Friday.
Oh, did you?
I'm pretty sure it's all melted now, but we did get snow.
Well, they're saying from, I don't, again, watch the news too much, but they're saying it's going to be like the worst winter in a while. And by worst, they just mean it's a lot of snowfall, a lot of wind chills, and like that kind of stuff. And I forget if Virginia was in the radius of like the storms or whatever that's coming. I know I am. I know New York was. But I don't recall if Virginia. I don't recall if it went that far down. Maybe it breached like the top part of Virginia, but I don't think you're in the top part, are you? You're not in that part of it. So I don't. Maybe you'll get the after effects, but I don't think Virginia's getting hit with it. At least not that I'm aware of. Anyone that's like listening, that's like a meteorologist, is like, you're a complete idiot. Why are you even speaking right now?
Yeah, it's like, oh, you're offending all the experts. They're like, you're stupid. Obviously, it's actually going to hit directly into Virginia.
It's actually going to hit Florida, too.
Yeah. But, it's been really warm so far. Technically it's not winter yet, but...
Technically not.
It's been a pretty warm fall.
I don't know. I said this the other day. I don't know who was the person that's like, yeah, so winter starts December 23rd or whatever. December 21st, whatever day it is. They're like, yeah, it starts then. Never mind the fact that it snows in, like, November. Like, who is the person that's like, yeah, that's when winter starts, and just get with the program. Like, it's basically, it must be the same person that call it a driveway, a parkway, and then parkway, a driveway. It's the same person that does the same thing.
Yeah, probably. What was I? I don't remember if I had anything left to talk about of the Christmas, so...
Well, you were curious. You were just curious about the food you guys had, but you said it's either pizza or burgers, from what you remember.
Yeah. I mean, I could be completely wrong. Be like, you friggin' idiot. We had grilled chicken.
Your brother that stabbed you was like, you're dumb. We had, like, freaking pork chops or something. It's not even close to burgers, pizza.
Definitely possible.
I thought, unless that was the third guy. I think it was the third guy that said that each year you guys do it from a different country, but I think that was him. So, never mind that. But I would almost think you guys would do, like, more pasta stuff. Like, maybe you have before, but... I feel like, because I know you guys are very much Italian, so I feel like you guys would have, like, pasta. Like I know you said your dad makes like fettuccine alfredo for you sometimes.
I feel like we had that one.
I was gonna say, has he ever done that for Christmas? Because that'd be a really good Christmas like dinner idea.
I know we've done lasagna one year. I think we've done Alfredo before. We've definitely done spaghetti.
Somebody touching my spaghetti. Speaking of which, I told this to.
Another Christmas.
What was that?
Is it you got another Christmas?
Well, I do, but I was just gonna quickly mention that because this is coming out the week before Christmas, so we're getting close to the Great Meme Reset. And I will be participating because memes nowadays, they're kind of stale. There's not really many good ones. Besides, like, there's a couple, like, what do you mean by that? Like, that's a good one. I mean, it's relatively, it's not new. It's like, what was that, 2022 or something? But that's a decent one. All this, like, skibbity, freaking brain rot, the 6-7 is the most, I don't know why that even became a thing. It's so annoying. All of it's annoying. And so I am in full support of the Great Meme Reset. It seems like a lot of the internet is. So if you haven't heard of it, look it up. I'm not going to explain it. But we will be participating. So my YouTube channel, not my YouTube channel, but my Instagram account and the Provokers Instagram account, which you can find over on Instagram at the Provokers Podcast Official, will be participating in the Great Meme Reset. So just keep your eyes peeled for the dankest of memes on January 1st. Me and John will have to decide which meme is the dankest that we should post. So, but getting off of the dankest of memes. So let's turn the time back to, I think this was 2021, because it was the year before we moved. So 2021, again, it's my number one gift. I had asked for the Oculus Quest 2, because I wanted to play some VR games, because I really hadn't had a VR. I had the PSVR for a little bit, and then it just like stopped working, and then I cried. But with the Oculus Quest, there were so many great games. The number one game I wanted to play was Beat Saber, because Beat Saber, I'd watch other people play it, and I'm like, this looks like one of the best games ever, and I want it. Because you can only play it on, from what I understand, you can only play it on Oculus Quest. And that game, and then Job Simulator, that was a simulator game before all the simulator games came out, basically. Because Job Simulator, that's like 2015 or something. Like, I remember watching Dan TDM play that back in his prime. So, like, that's, like, a really old game. But I remember wanting to play that as well. And I feel like there was, like, a horror game that's on VR that was like, oh, that's only on VR. And I was like, well, I wanted that too. I forgot what that one was. So I'm not totally sure. But either way, it was 2021. That was my big gift that I asked for. And I, in fact, got it. And I was beyond thrilled to see that I got it. Because the Oculus Quest is super fun. I try to use it more often, or I should use it more often than I do, but I do use it occasionally. It's really fun. I still play Beat Saber to this day. It's an amazing game. I bought one of the DLC packs. I think it was Imagine Dragons. I got their pack, I think. It's either them or it was that one guy that does like the remixes. I forgot exactly what it was. Either way, another thing. That's another thing I want to do is because you can play Phasmophobia in VR, and then a lot of these games that offer VR, you can connect it to Steam. It's a very complicated process, but you can connect it to Steam and then play all these games in VR. Phasmophobia, I would definitely play in VR. I think it'd be really creepy and horrifying. Devour, I recently learned, can be played in VR, but screw that noise. No thanks. Nope. Not that it's just scary, because obviously it would be, but also because I can never imagine trying to run away from a 9 out of 10 demon while I'm, like, standing up in my room, just waddling away. Like, that's not going to happen. So, but that was, like, one of the things I wanted to do as well. Still have not done that just yet. I haven't connected my Oculus to Steam yet. But either way, it's one of my favorite gifts. Almost from what I can remember, the gifts I got. It's one of my favorite gifts that I've gotten in recent years. For sure. And then that's it, because we had to move again at that point. We did the same thing I said last time in the last Christmas story, where we went from our house to our first grandparents' house, had Christmas dinner over there, opened presents, had a great time, spending time with them. Then we went over to our other grandparents, same deal. I don't remember. I think 2021 we just snacked on something. I don't think we had a full-blown dinner. Or maybe we did, but I don't think we did. I think it was like we snacked on crackers and cookies and whatever. So, yeah, that was a great time, and then we spent some time with them, opened some presents, gave them presents, all that good stuff, and then we came back home, and I think that year we played Jackbox game after that. That's why when John said that he did that, I was like, oh, that's cool, because I'm pretty sure we did that the year of 2021 as well. I could be completely wrong, but I'm pretty sure I'm not, because I'm never wrong. So, and John, you're welcome to refute that statement, but just remember your points, or you will lose points. So, I dare you.
My points.
I mean, Jeff's really closing in on your points here, man. Like it's like neck and neck at this point. You don't want to lose all these precious points because then you could lose. You don't want that to happen. So.
Right. I can't let Jeff win.
Unacceptable, yeah. But yeah, all around a really good Christmas. I can't remember exactly what else I got. I think I really just got the quest. Because the quest was a little pricey, I think I really just asked for that, and then anything else I got was just a bonus. I think I got like one or two other things, but I don't recall exactly what they were. So yeah. But, really good Christmas overall, and that was the last Christmas before we moved to our new house, so I have fond memories of that one too. But, John, you got one last Christmas story to tell us?
I do. I have one last Christmas story to tell you. I don't remember the exact year. It was either 1 year or 2 years before the last Christmas story I told. So 2021 or 2022. But that was 1 year that we went to my brother's house, and I remember that we went there, but we actually stayed in Airbnb because there's a lot of us, and his house was not designed for a lot of us. So we stayed in Airbnb, but we went over out there for pretty much most of the day.
I see.
And we watched the Tim Allen Santa Claus movies. Have you ever seen those? You don't have to watch them. They're alright.
I was gonna say I haven't.
But they're also classics. So it's like one of those things like, oh, we watched these a lot as a kid. But, so we watched those. That year, I know for certain we did watch Polar Express. So
there you go. Hey, you don't have to be sad for that one.
But we watched that. We watched the 3 Santa Claus movies. We just kind of hung out. I remember we played some games. I feel like we might have played some golf games. I don't know.
Golf games.
That's on the PS5. You know, I don't think it was Golf with Your Friends. I think it was one of the other ones.
Okay, I was gonna say if you're just playing like Golf Simulator 2016 or something like that, what a boring way to end Christmas. Like.
Of course.
If it's golf with your friends, I'll give it a pass. Or even like if you had said golf from like Wii Sports Resort or something, I would have given it a pass. But like if you had said like it's like the fishing simulators, but it's golf. It's like if you had said that, I'd be like, what are you guys doing, man?
You got something against Golf Simulator?
Yes, I do. It's incredibly boring. I'd rather watch paint dry.
Well, we didn't do that. I don't think it was Golf with Your Friends, but I think it was something like it. It was very similar.
Well, there's a game called Golf It that is very similar, but I almost think it's better from what I've seen from reviews.
Yeah, that might have been it, actually. I know I have played Golf It with my brothers before, so it's very likely it was that one.
Is that on console, though?
I think so. Unless I'm also stupid again.
Unless there's 2 different games called Golf It. One's on Steam, one's on consoles. That could be. Because Golf It's not exactly a very creative name, but...
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure.
So was it your...
just assume.
Was it your older brother that you went that you went to their house?
Yeah,
So was the entry fee that he had to stab you before you could come in? It's like a housewarming gift?
Yeah. Okay. He's like, okay, you can come and hang out here, but we do have to stab you here at the door. It's just policy.
It's policy.
Specifically me, though, I don't know why they have such a specific policy. It feels a little discriminatory, but what am I gonna do?
Well, wouldn't he have said? Wouldn't the policy be that you have to sleep first and then he gets to do it? Like you don't that way you don't expect it when it's gonna happen, you know?
No.
Well, that's a weird policy then, because I feel like he would have to be like, well, you didn't lose the game, you lost your wife instead. But
it's his house, his rules, sort of thing. So.
That's true. Maybe he's switching up, like never let them know your next move type of thing, you know?
Right, because you'd expect the unexpected, and so therefore.
But wait, if you expect the unexpected, then don't you unexpect the expected?
Exactly.
I see.
So you no longer expect the expected, and then that becomes an unexpected. And since you weren't expecting the expected, it becomes unexpected. You were expecting the unexpected.
Makes perfect sense. My brain is not currently overloading. So, it's gonna probably do it there for, I assumed you were done. Because you're...
Yeah.
Okay.
Just say.
But I think it's gonna do it for the Christmas episode for 2025, ladies and gentlemen. So hopefully this episode allowed you to think back to your past Christmases, what you enjoyed about them, what you had, what you got, that kind of stuff. Yeah, I think like I said, sometimes the year overall can suck, but hopefully the Christmas time can give you some joyful spirit, because it certainly does for me. So yeah, well, with that being said, thank you guys so much for listening. We hope you provoked the conversation when you left along the way. Oh yeah, John, you won. You beat Jeff by like 2 points, so good job. And normally I'd give you a winning speech, but Jeff is kind of like, I don't want to be rude to Jeff because we don't want to rub it in his face, you know?
Right.
Normally I'd be all about rubbing it in Jeff's face, but it's the Christmas season. It's his Christmas gift. He doesn't get to lose a speech, you know? So, but you can check John over on Twitch and YouTube at JuvenStevens and on his VOD channel at JuvenStevensVODs. I often catch myself watching some VOD stuff just because, you know, sometimes when you want to watch the VOD, Twitch is like, that's hilarious, and then delete it. But over on JuvenStevens VODs, you can catch it anytime you want. So go check it out. And then, of course, you can find me over on YouTube at FlabsXC Gaming. So you can check us out. You can check me out over there. A lot of Friday gaming, a lot of cool stuff. We have a custom series over there called Minecraft Tales. It's like almost like a found footage type of thing, because that's all about how the tapes are found, and you see these horrific monsters and that kind of thing. If you're into that kind of stuff, go check it out. Yeah, and then you can find us in a couple different places. You can find us on X/Twitter at The Provokers Pod, and then over on Instagram at The Provokers Podcast Official, and now on our new YouTube channel, The Provokers Podcast. So go check us out. Go follow/subscribe to us over on those things. And then check out the songs as well. Next Up Ethan, Next Up John. I can find them on any streaming platform that you could ever dream. And it's a lot of fun. And I really enjoyed making them, so go check them out. And you can also find us on Patreon as well if you would like to support us even more than you currently already are. So go over to Patreon/The Provokers. You'll find us, and we got of course the classic tiers and stuff. So the more you pay for, the more you get out of it in terms of bonuses. But we also have these extended cards, which you guys seem to like, and yes, we'll be making more. Once the new year starts, we'll start making more of them, because obviously it's clear you guys like them. So we'll do more of those. But if you're interested in the tiers, like I said, you have all these different tiers, and the highest tier even allows you to be on the podcast. Isn't that crazy? But only one person gets to do it. So if you want to be the person that gets to do it, head on over there. And if you do go into that tier, we will have to marry you, John. John he already kind of knew of it because we said this in season 1 even. So it's in the contract. If you give us more than $100, we do have to legally marry you. So make sure you have your marriage papers ready when you get into the call with us. But yeah, and I think that's gonna do it. So thank you guys so much for listening, and we'll see you guys next time.